What's going on, everybody? This is Roger of the Misfit Effect. And of course, I'm joined with my wonderful, spectacular, and extremely awesome co host, the lovely Miss Sarah Lynch.
Hey guys, we are back, and today we got a little special surprise for you, a little sweet treat, if I say so myself. I'm not sure if you've met this newbie before, but that honey dick definitely got me interested and curious for more. So, hello, honey. How are you doing today?
Hello, hello. Thank y'all for having me on. It's an amazing day, by the way.
So, for
So, first, I do want to ask, how did you get your name and how did you get started in the industry?
Good questions. So honey dick came from I used to have like long locks and they were honey blonde and that was like my thing. And like when the sun kind of reflected, I used to do these videos where I would stand on a porch and just like kind of undress and
Mhm.
always be like, "Oh, I'm giving the neighbors a show. I hope the neighbors aren't watching." But like it became like my little thing and it was on a page that got deleted before. I think everybody went through a phase where like their page got suspended or something like that. But pretty much my fans just started calling me honey dick. Like, oh, your hair matches, your skin matches, your dick matches, like it's all honey. And I'm like, oh, that's what's up. And for a while I like sat on it and I don't think I had a poor name. It was just like my at, which is like XES Bankrola. And then I was just like, I think I'm gonna run with that. So I tried it out and people just like gravitated to it. It's like a shock factor. If I say like, hey, I'm honey dick, they're like, huh? I'm like, yeah, like they're like, why do you call you honey dick? I'm like, well, you got to find out. Like, it's like a little thing. It works out perfect. So,
Yeah,
so my
absolutely.
fans gave me the name, kind of.
I was
I love
joking
that.
with her before we got on here, though, because me and you were texting,
Hmm.
and I'm like, I can't say this, I cannot save this man's name in my phone under his stage name. It's like, 'cause it makes me think so much of, you see the Kings of Comedy, right?
Hmm.
It's like the man kept saying, "I can't call a man delicious." Yeah, it's kind of like I'm like, if I'm chilling with a girl and you text me, it's like, who is texting you? You got named Honey Dick. That's the stage name.
Right?
That's the
Yes, it
stage
is a shock factor.
name.
But look, okay, well, cool. Soft launch, right?
Mhm.
I'm actually rotating my name around a little bit. I'm gonna do Honey D instead of Honey Dick because I feel like it's a lot easier to say. I can brand it and like play around with like Sunny D, Honey D. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna see to that for 2026. That way, it's a little less in your face, and I can do a lot more with it.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
like,
a little
I mean,
more
I think,
safe
I
for
think either
work.
or, I think either or is a good mix, whatever. But it's just like, yeah, you can't write the whole name out some places.
Yeah, especially for guys. Like I know so many cool people now, and they're like, I don't want to tell people your name Honey Dick. Like
Yeah.
some people say
Yeah.
Honey D already. So
Yeah, that's why I saved it like in my phone. It's Honey D. I'm like,
see, it works though,
Yeah.
huh?
I mean, like, I mean, it could work because you can do so many things with Sunny D because you can like make a
I was
whole
just
like
Honey
plethora
D.
of videos of like different girls, different
Yeah.
girls.
I'm working it. I want it to work.
I feel like you can do a whole like brand photo shoot, like using like the Sunny D bottle, but just like wrapping it with your logo instead or
Would you
something.
believe I already like ordered the logo things for it?
Yeah, maybe like fill up that bottle with honey and just like drip it on yourself or
No,
something.
that would be hard. Look, I'm taking ideas. I need to be an AI note taker too.
Sorry, up here dying. It's like getting old.
Right.
The cough is real.
I
Um,
said a lot, so my cough be crazy.
is
So,
been
honey, how was it that you, I guess, how did you first get introduced into the adult industry?
Okay, you ready? Here's a wild story of how I started.
Yeah.
he
Um,
was drinking he was drinking Sunny D, and then all of a sudden girls started sucking his dick, and he was like, "Yeah, get
yeah,
this
that was
honey."
it.
No, no,
How
you
did you know
know.
that? How did you know that? Where'd you get that? Where'd that come
Oh, God. No. I'm sorry. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so what happened was, um, I did a photo shoot when I was like 18, fresh 18, right? Like it was my first paid photo shoot. It was just some money. I was like, okay, cool. Fast forward years later, right? Somebody had hit me up and they were like, yo, bro, like you're going crazy on Twitter. And I'm like, huh? Because I tried Twitter plenty of times because I did music. So and it just never worked out. I never understood how Twitter worked or like
Yeah.
how to gain followers or anything. And then so all these people started hitting me up after the first person hit me up, like, no, bro, you really have a Twitter, like you popping on there. So I'm like, okay, well, send me the link. Like I hated that in the beginning. Everybody would tell me about it, but nobody would send me the link to actually see what's going on. So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay. And honestly, I had already had like multiple fake pages of me that were dating people. Like a lot of pages said I was like 7 foot tall and all this stuff, and have full relationships with like random people. Like it's crazy the amount of people who had hit me up. Like I was in a relationship with you for like 3 months, and like we never got on video chat. I'm like, well, there's red flags to that already. Like, but for it to go to Twitter was a whole different thing because that person was making money. And I'm sure it was somebody from where I was from because they did have a lot of like content in me and like, yeah, I mean, I was a little freaky frog growing up. You know what I mean? Like I had plenty of girls I sent videos to just to send them to them back in the day. So they had like almost so many of those videos and were posting them on Twitter and blowing up. So like when I was like, oh, this is not me, like this is a fake page, and I'm coming from like my little artist page that don't got no buzz on it, but I'm like, this is not me. And all of these people like actually rallied up and got the page deleted. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, super dope. It's gone. Like it looked like they was making some shmoney on. And a lot of people was like, hey, you should just make your own Twitter. You should just get on here and make your own thing. And I'm like, oh, all these people already seen it because this person posted it. So like, and I'm like such an open character. Like I don't really like judge myself on the things I do, especially when that money was involved back then. Like anytime I think about the things that I do, I remember like whoever has an opinion about it was not paying your bills at the time. It was
And
Exactly.
they still don't. F
right
them.
ever right. Even if
Mhm.
they support in somewhat, like I can't let you make me feel some type of way about my actions for what I had to do to get by, and you
Mhm.
was getting by perfectly fine or even struggling and you worried about what I was doing, you know. So but I was like, okay, that fit, let's get on there, let's do it. And I made my own page, and honestly shout out the trans community because they were the first people that caught wind of me on my own. Like they retweeted everything. That's the first time I ever even seen like retweets go crazy or anything like that. I was like, I think I only had like 10,000 views on something, but it had so many retweets and stuff. I thought I was famous. I was like, oh my God, this is this is where I need to be at. All these people like, you look so good, you look amazing. Like honestly, like in a real time world, you get that from doing whatever you're doing. But like when it's a fluctuation, it doesn't matter if it's masculine or feminine. It's just the fluctuation of compliments and just things being said that can boost anybody day. And that really, really gave me like super confidence. Like it's never been a point from the point I made the page and people started like discovering me that like I let any of the negative comments like push past the positive ones because it's just overwhelming sometimes, even with the negativity sometimes. But I started because somebody else was being me and opened the door for me to see that it can actually be possible.
Okay.
I love that. That's pretty awesome though.
Yeah,
So,
I can't
so,
complain.
so what's your vision for the next few years? Like, what goals do you want to accomplish?
Okay, so look, I really kind of started the whole page thing. Like, I saw that money could be made, but I didn't make no money. Like, I wasn't making that money, so I didn't see no numbers. I just knew that you could make money off the content. So
Hmm.
when I started, like, I used to be like a music executive. Like, I was the vice president of a record company in Indianapolis, and from that, like, I learned how to build platforms and that you needed to build for you to. Oh, hey, Gypsy, she just came from under my bed.
Hi, Gypsy.
So cute.
But I started the Twitter thing to build a platform. I hadn't thought like I need to make $1 million. I need to make a bunch of money. I was like, okay, if this is real and this is all I have to do, then if I build this up, it'll be something that I can leverage later in life for whatever it is that I wanted to. So
Yeah.
it's like I wanted to build this platform and it started. It's like in full gear. Like it only gets better as the days go on. The time I put into it. I want to do I see myself in porn forever? Like I love what I do. Like there's no discrepancies to it. Like I understand some people do it for the money. Like I said, I was building a platform. Like I enjoy what I do. So I could see myself, finding my way to enjoy and do this for a long time. But also like I'm a brain. So most times I'm thinking like, yo, how can I get property? How can I get businesses? So like I could see myself like helping a brand or working for a company or starting my own company, whatever like I fall into at some point in the next few years. But for now, like I won't. to take the seat. Like I want a trophy. I want to be on top of the world, and only way to do that is to put that work in. So these next few years, like I'm locking in, like I'm trying to be at like 400,000 followers. Like I'm at two something now, but like not in the next few years, like within the next 6 months. Like I want to 6 month this because it's
Mhm.
possible. It's very possible. Any creator can really lock in and grow. So I want to take the awards. Why would I join the industry if I didn't see that you can be at the top of it? And it might take some time, but I'm here to enjoy the process. I see myself putting in a lot of work in these next few years.
That's pretty
Question,
awesome.
quick
Oh,
question. Go. You can go ahead, Sarah Lace.
I was gonna ask about the music. I'm not sure what you were gonna ask. But I heard that you dabble in a little bit of music besides just adult film.
Yeah, music is my heartbeat. That's where like I started a lot of stuff, and it's one of those things where like I don't chase music. It's just something I'm very good at and I can do. I've done probably every genre of music down from gospel, a little bit of country, a little. Let's start with the stuff that people don't really dabble in, but like
Yeah.
I've done every single genre. I would like to say I'm a well-seasoned artist, and I enjoy what I do. So it's not like I'm looking for what it is, but I like to share the music. I like when I get
Mhm.
to be heard. Sometimes people want the trap music, but most of the time, like I love hip hop. Like honestly, that's probably my bread and butter. Like don't give me the hip hop thing because I'm a show out.
Okay. I was actually gonna ask you what your favorite genre to perform was, and that's pretty hot.
Yeah, I like the funk. I like stuff like where I can get people dancing. Sometimes it's like
Mm,
not what people expect, and I like to do that.
yeah. More than just twerk music, but an actual like vibe.
And if they want the twerk music, I can provide it. That was something that I
Yeah.
had to decide when you look at music and you look at how things are going. When you study enough, you say like, well, I could do trap music because I can, and I know that's what people want. And it's no
Mhm.
reason for me to not do it just because of the demographic or what it does, because people genuinely want to hear what they want to hear. And if you can provide that, you should.
My man wants to create music to make kids be born to it. Like, yeah.
Look,
So what song were you conceived to? Man, this
Yeah.
song by you was conceived this song by Honey D. We were just sitting back just vibing, and all of a sudden we were just going at it. All that Honey D music.
I like to think that I like to make porn music too, because I don't think porn has a genre of music really. And
This, I would say probably more so now porn music because I'm old. So I'm old. So I grew up when porn music was just that 1980s, 1990s music where there was no introduction. Just all of a sudden they just started having sex. And then it's that do 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 da do da do da. The music didn't match the scene. It was just a do da. And like there's someone's getting head and it's like, why are you playing this type of music and it doesn't match? So
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
maybe I should try that. I need to listen. I need to do some studying and hear how the old music sounded and then play around a little bit.
Oh my, because I don't know how old you are,
How old do y'all
but
think I am? Here's a good question. Here's a good.
Good question. Honestly,
22 at
I
most.
I don't know. I would assume like we're the same similar age. I'm currently 28, so like
Those
I
were
don't
both good years for me.
know.
I'm 30. I'm 30 years
You're
old. I'm 31.
you're 30?
Yeah.
He said they were both really good.
See,
That's,
Rasta, I'm closer though.
Look,
I
black don't
mean,
do crack unless black do crack. So,
I mean, I still got
put that
years
on it.
on y'all though. I still got years on both of y'all though. So
I know.
You look good.
Rasta's old. I'm just kidding.
I am. I just. So, well, she didn't say this before we started. So this episode is gonna come out February 14th. So in a like today's the fourth like today's
16th.
January 14th, huh? 16th.
February 16th.
16th, I'm sorry. This is gonna
Mhm.
come out February 16th. And so it'll be her birthday when this comes out.
What? Happy
So
early birthday. We
so
didn't be
she'll be
Thank
29.
you. Yeah, I'm about to be 29.
And I just turned 43 2 weeks ago.
You look young as shit. People tell me I look young, but wow,
Thank
you look
No,
you.
extremely
I
young.
don't feel it. Like I really don't. I don't think it's mainly so because of my injuries, but like
That'll do
yeah,
it.
like I feel like
You look
I
like a
feel.
People tell me I look like a baby. You look like a baby. You just said 40 something. What?
Yeah, someone I met someone at the because I had a like my friend had a birthday party who we were birthday buddies, and someone else was there celebrating their birthday, and they thought I was in my early 30s, and I'm like, thank you.
Can I get
I'm
that in
like,
writing?
I won't
Right?
like
Um,
30s was fun because yeah, 20s was even better because I was in Indiana being crazy, but
See,
30s,
I keep hearing like 20s is when you're supposed to be like learning things and exploring, and 30s is where you kind of have a little more financial stability, where you're actually, and obviously knowledge, where you're able to actually do things and know what you're doing.
there
I
my
think I think we've been mixed up so long with like just how social media hit us. Because even
Mhm.
me, like I'm not young, but I'm not old, right? So
Mhm.
Yeah.
I remember when there wasn't a Facebook and there wasn't any of these things, and like how it kind of flushed through. And if I remembered, and I know you remember from like a large scale when there wasn't even like cell phones that you can, when a flip
Yeah,
phone first jumped up.
I
So it's like,
remember because Facebook came out in 05, 2005. So I was 23. I got pussy off of Facebook. Like from like no, because it was just for college kids.
it
Yeah.
And
was, yeah.
like so everybody you message mainly you can just say, "Hey, what dorm you at?" "Oh, I'm at this." I don't want to say dorm, I don't want to get in trouble. "I'm at this dorm. You want to hook up?" "Sure, why not?" And then you just walk. This is back when I could run around. Yeah, I would walk that 15 minutes over there because I didn't have a car, you know. We were poor and we couldn't
Yeah.
park on campus. Walk over there.
And mind
People
you,
were
I
like,
remember the era of MySpace. Like,
I
you
just
only
barely got to be on MySpace at the end of it. Come on.
see. I got pussy because of Black Planet. Black Planet was the precursor to MySpace. It was around, and it
yeah.
was people used to want to like have stars on their page and crap like that, and I knew how to do that. So it was like, yeah, I can star your
Maybe I could put
page
these
up
stars
for some
on your
pussy.
page.
That's
For real.
how you get over a girl's house. People, yeah.
I think you're supposed to be a little fun in your 20s. I think we got tricked into thinking that you're supposed to have millions of dollars and do all of these things.
Yeah.
In your 20s, if you're not like exploring, living, making mistakes, then when your 30s hit, like that is real. I do believe like the greatest people come out of their 30s. Like if I would have had anything that I was searching for before, I was so young. I was so loose with all of the things that I wanted. I would have probably given away everything to whoever was the person that made me feel the best. So, like
Yeah.
the 30s, it'll have you see life for a lot of things that it is and that it ain't, and allow you to move properly. Because getting rich ain't really gonna be like some random person gives you $1 million or a bunch of money. It's more like you gain a bunch of information from people and you learn how to apply it to your life so that you can use it. And that's like 30.
Absolutely. For real, because like even now, I like to watch YouTube videos where it doesn't necessarily pertain to my career, but I'm watching them educate like about other people's career, and I'm like, okay, how can I use that information for what I have and for what I do?
Mhm.
And I feel like I like using my 20s as a way of just gathering and collecting information and just trying to essentially gather wisdom from others.
That's it. You on to something, and you're only 29, so enjoy it. These are the great years.
Yeah.
So let me
I like the idea where every day you try to learn at least one thing.
I'm slow. I learn like half a thing a day.
Half a thing a day. Hey, that's still something,
Slow motion, better than no motion.
yep, exactly. Exactly. There's this quote, I just don't remember the exact verbiage, but essentially it's like, even if it takes you 30 minutes to run a mile, you're still doing better than the person who never got off the couch.
Ooh, these statements be so bone chilling. Yes, you got to start sometime. You want your low numbers now, or you want them later? Like,
Exactly. You just got to keep working at it.
I like
That's
that.
the first step is to just get up and work it.
I'm about to.
I'm sorry. So
Speaking of
what?
working, what are some of the scenes that you have been doing recently? What have you been up to?
I've been chilling. I haven't really done no scenes. I'm looking forward to jumping into the new year and doing a lot more scenes. I've been working with people, but like nothing professional for the last few months. I've really been like I think ever since like the summertime, I've been like just trying to get myself in my home and everything in order. That way, when I do step out, I'm 1,000% and not like 75, because it might be a high number, but it's not good enough for what I want to portray myself as I put this work out. So, but I'm excited to do some new scenes this year. Like, I want to work with some bigger companies. I want to, and I've turned down a good amount of scenes last year, which is on me. But this year, like, I'm like, nah, give it to me. It's fucking gangbang. Fuck it. We're in it. Like,
Yeah.
I think after doing a Bonnie Blue 1,000 people gangbang, it kind of like I wasn't ready. If I had to be real, like I
Mm.
thought I was ready for that, and well, no, I really thought it was different than what it was. I didn't know it was 1,000 people gangbang walking into the door.
Oh wow.
I didn't at all. Like I thought it was gonna be me, and I think the script I got was like four other people.
Oh,
Like,
so
and
you got
I'm
so I didn't know people were freaking into that because I know of someone who was a part of that, who was one of the girls, the Fluffers, whatever, and she made it seem like everybody knew what it was going to be.
Yeah.
maybe that was a different one because I did not get it. We didn't get no fluffers. There were no fluffers there. There was this one chick, this one hot chick. And
Yeah.
it just it's not a bad thing. It was like I think it's brilliant. I think the way that she do her business and the way that she set it up was absolutely brilliant. If you want to get people to watch you and stuff like that, do I think it was 1,000 people there? Like, I don't know. The day's long, right? Like you can
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
like
think they rotated.
I still wouldn't want to be number like 843.
Yeah, there wasn't even like a number count. Like I think everybody was kind of respectful. I've never seen people be so respectful with pussy like that. Like as many people as it was in that one little general area, like they were
I mean,
taking their time and then moving on. Like I'm like, okay,
some
that's
people
good.
might want to do like that, like the two punch chumps. Like I was inside there, now I can walk away.
I feel like I was that guy. Like honestly, like for creators who are getting in and starting to do stuff like that, like it's not as hard as you think. It's more like a mental game, and I feel like that's the harder part because
Yeah.
you're not gonna be doing a bunch of work. You're not about to be like fucking 4 hours fucking this girl. Like there's a lot of guys. You have to literally like make your mark, move around, wait for the next time, make your mark, move around, like until they
Mhm.
say like, oh, it's time. So like it's overwhelming though. I think just as a male performer in this game, like a new one, like I'm not like super well rounded. Like the things that I've done are more vanilla. Like uh, even like my collabs, like I be thinking like I need to be a little more like edgy. Like what do like let me figure out what I can do or how I can collaborate with with these people and make it more than what it is because I've been doing the same thing for like a year and it's good work. Like I really love the way that I shoot and the way that I like
Mm.
capture the scenes. But like I know, you step it up and it's gonna be a different look. And after doing something like that, like it's like it teaches you have to get comfortable in yourself and to be around a bunch of males like naked. And
Yeah.
I think a regular game bang's fine. Like it's a couple guys, but like 1,000 people game bang, it's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
The last place you want to be at is in your mind in a room like that. So that was like a super lesson for me. And I kind of like took a step back after that and like to reevaluate me and be like, and it wasn't bad. Like I'm not traumatized or anything like that. Like
Yeah.
I
You
fucking love
wasn't
what I do
ready.
for a living.
I'm guessing it's one of those moments where you had to step back and reevaluate and be like, okay, so this is what it's like to be a performer. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of what it is, where you go there expecting one thing and it turns out to be so much more than that, that more things you have to learn. And you're like,
Mhm.
oh, I did not know that.
And it's like a learning experience. You just learn,
Yeah.
you see it for what it is. And like, I could have like pulled out and been like, no, I can't do this. But then like, you have to push forward and be like, I'm here. And it was some good people that were there during that scene and like talked to me. Like I asked them for advice and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And they said what I needed to hear at that moment to be like, lock in, bro. Like you think about the wrong thing. So like also leaning on great performers in these situations, like there's legends sometimes in those rooms, and like you can just ask them questions. They're not like jerks. They're not gonna be like move
Yeah,
around, kid. They're gonna be like, so it works out perfectly. Shout out to those people if they know who they are. Y'all are great, and I appreciate y'all.
absolutely. And on, I guess, another case, because you have done the Thousand Man gangbang, how different is that from doing just a regular boy-girl scene?
A lot of dicks. A lot of dicks is what you gotta.
Yeah.
It's like going through the locker room. If you go through the locker room, you gotta expect to see.
Yeah.
So no, yeah, for sure. It's like the regular scene, like you're in charge. If unless you like talking about industry stuff, when it comes to like doing the work that I've done, like on actual scenes and like with boy girl, like oh yeah, I think working is really easy. Like you do what the director says. Like I don't understand how people overcomplicate it, but I can understand in the situations. Like if the director was in my face for the thousand people gangbang and was like do this, do that, do this, do that, like in my
Yeah.
state of mind, I would have been overwhelmed. But when it's just like a boy girl, like I feel like it's so easy to, and it gives you a chance to highlight, depending on what the scene is. It gives you a chance to highlight yourself, or it's for the girls highlight, and you just get to be dick. So it's like, be
Yeah.
good dick for the scene. It's super easy. Like, but I think it's such a drastic difference. Like, I even think adding like two girls or two guys to that mix would be like different. Everything is a degrees of difference from the
Mhm.
normal, regular boy girl scene.
Absolutely.
So
And
question.
then when we go into POV scenes, that's a whole nother like story as well.
When I shoot like for my POVs and stuff like that, when I do it myself, is anything you do on your own is going to be like so simple because you're in charge. The part is making sure that the person that you're shooting with is comfortable. Y'all have spoken about what y'all comfortable with and what you do want to shoot, and just giving them the experience. As a male creator, I feel like it is our job, like to hold ourselves to the standard of being a gentleman. Like it's not even. Sometimes I do the simplest thing, and girls be like, I'm like, what are these guys doing that's making this feel unique? Because this is like normal, this is regular. So I feel like we got to reevaluate as males how we doing these scenes with these girls and like going about working with them because we no matter how we swing it, like it doesn't matter your experience too much how can you perform on this stage? There's some crazy things going on right now, and it's like, does that make them not good performers? No, but controversy is not good, and your past is it'll follow you everywhere. So you got
Yes.
to be like, I feel like some guys really, I can tell when they don't care about like you can be big enough where you feel like nothing matters, right? Like you got all the buzz, you got everything, and they treat people a specific type of way, and it's like, and it's on the male and female side, but I can only speak for the males because I'm not a female. But it's like
Mhm.
you can't get so big that you don't think about the consequences of your actions. Like you can treat a girl really bad and you think that was nothing. And it's like, yo, she's gonna tell everybody how you treated her. At
Yes,
Mhm.
least
because
and word to mouth is the strongest. Like I've got some of the best collabs that I've had from somebody saying, like, this guy is respectful. You know, he he shoots well. Like I take the word of mouth over somebody posting me any day because it's more realistic and people really listen to what you say. So I feel like
yeah,
it's
because the group chat is real. I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave it like that. The group chat is real, y'all.
hmm
So anything and everything you do to someone, is gonna come out. Some of you
Mind
might,
you,
some folks might have your back. Some, and if it's untrue, but if you do something and it's proven, oh, you done messed up now.
yeah. And mind you, for the record, or even off the record, there is a spreadsheet full of names that are blacklisted and reasonings why they're blacklisted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard though
It's
because a
in
lot
the
of
group
creators
chat.
don't have access to that. A lot of these new upcoming females do not have access to that. A lot of us males can be like really cool with somebody and we've never seen this list or anything that's on there. So like the
Hmm.
problem really is that the community is divided. As crazy as that sounds. Like
Well,
Yeah.
there's
lock
a
me.
lot there's a lot of things that like I've said this before. That's the issue. Is like, for example, if Jim Bob did something in like 2020 and they left the industry for 3 years, they come back in 2023. Um, Half the girls who were around, a lot of the girls, they're gone now because
Hmm.
like A lot of girls come in and they work for a second and then they quit. But then you have all these new girls that come in 2023 who don't know about like the dude's past. And like because he still has his Twitter up, he still has his following. People were like, okay, I can work with him. He has some type of content. And then they find out way later about his
Yeah,
deceit.
I think
exactly.
it's the hard part is that people do have feelings and people feel some type of way, and that's fair. That's like intimate. You deserve your feelings. Your feelings aren't always reality, but you still have like your feelings. Nobody can tell you what your mind is telling you. If we don't speak on these things or have some sort of way of healing, this community will always be broken. And I'm still fresh to the community. And if I could see something like I'm a brain again,
Mhm.
I'm a problem solution guy. We can only talk about the problems for a little bit, but like the solutions are way better. Like in the only way to fix the division is if people openly have somewhere to come talk to each other. Like we can't keep saying like fuck each other. Like oh I hate this person. Some of these problems really don't be problems. It's just things that are not have not been spoke on. Sometimes
Mhm.
Yeah,
you treat somebody some type of way and never got a chance to realize that hey you made that person feel some type of way, and then they'll never be able to say hey that was never my intentions, right? Or it might have been their intentions and they need to know you cannot do that no more. But if it's not an honest place to come have that conversation, then we always gonna be divided and half of us is going to be mad about something, and this is a girl world in reality. So some of these girls are going to link up just because of the simple fact that you're a girl, and it's not always righteous. Same way with the males. I get a lot of messages saying certain things, and sometimes I'm like hey you missed the point.
Mhm.
hmm
Like, it's okay, like, and I understand some people deliver messages really bad, like oh, but then sometimes you have to be willing to say I'm not looking for the delivery, what is the message, like
yeah,
Exactly.
what is somebody trying to say? And I think just healing is going to help. And I don't know who's going to be the voices to say let's have conversations. Maybe one day y'all can do a episode on y'all podcast where y'all bring people together to talk and have a conversation, because it's scary. Sometimes it is a little rocky, but if it doesn't happen, then forever everybody's going to be saying like you don't need this to grow, you don't need this, you don't need that, based off their experience, and everybody's not going to be successful taking one person's route. Like
yeah,
See, one thing I like in about what you just said, because like before we did this podcast, I used to listen to other radio shows that were porn related, and this I'm gonna use India as an example from a porn person, and like she had a lot of people come on one time on her radio show she used to have, and people don't want to listen to each other. They want to argue and try to talk over
yeah,
everybody.
yeah,
And that's the issue. It's like I understand like some topics or some considerations or some things can be, can get heated. And if like, if I'm gonna use Jim Bob again, if Jim Bob is friends with everybody and he can speak louder than Melissa Joel, it's like, oh, like everybody's going to alienate this person or yell at them and not let them speak,
yeah.
even if for whatever reason. And it's like you want to come together to find some type of consist like conversation, but you can't really do that because most people thrive off arguments and not drive off of solutions, you
It's
know.
more like it's not a lot of people who have the ability to debate. more
yeah.
more so argue. And still, again, we're talking about feelings here, so
Yeah,
feelings are
I was saying
almost
like
undebatable.
and they
I
get
get
loud.
hmm
your
They get
feelings.
loud and they curse and they say, "Oh, if like someone who has like me and you have very soft voices, and when we're speaking, I'm not trying. I'm not trying. I'm not going to try to get you mad to hear you yell. But like, if you have a really soft voice all the time, it's not going to resonate. Even if you're making the most sense, it's going to resonate for the person who
Screaming and
is
yelling.
screaming and yelling because you hear that more and it hits that nerve. So.
Yeah,
I think emotional intelligence is like this one thing that everybody is over understanding. So they think they understand it, but if they over the hump of it, it's almost a baseline thing. Like you treat people how you want to be treated. You got to consider people how you want to be considered. Everything is, I do this because I want the same in return for myself when I have this situation. And it's very hard to get people to to let somebody else speak, finish, and then respond. So I understand, like you would necessarily to be like a fight night as far as words, and
Mhm.
the points will probably be missed heavily, you know. And the hard part is, as great humans, we have to try things to hopefully look for the best outcome. But some of these things we know already to be what they are. So it's like, yeah, we can try, but we know it'll just cause all type of chaos that we're not looking for, and the points will
Yeah.
be missed. And some of this stuff is hard. It's not, some of these conversations I'd be seeing, some of the stuff that be said online, and it's not easy stuff to talk about, though it has to be spoke about. That's the part of running a country, a government, a system, a community, anything. You can't
Mhm.
duck the hard conversations. You have to have
Yeah.
them.
Like, mind you, I used to love Twitter Spaces when it first started, but I don't know, after a while that it stopped being constructive, and it kind of became just one, it was either like people arguing, or two, it was just the only voices being heard were the loudest ones,
Mhm.
Yeah,
so that's
that's
what
why I
I
stopped going
noticed.
into it.
Yeah. I
That's
felt
what,
like I stepped away from spaces because I was like, okay, like it's not constructive anymore.
and now the only hype spaces that you can actually get in is when drama's going on and people actually come to speak, and that's just screaming. And no, there's been some great spaces that
Yeah.
from drama that brought the community together, like something with Thanksgiving one year, like whatever that space was after that, that was like healing. Like
Yeah.
as everybody got to say how they felt about the
Mhm.
situation. Nobody was judging each other's feelings. Everybody was just listening and saying that they were hurt. So stuff like that is extremely valuable if we can see the outcome of it. But it's hard because we should be having those same type of situations in positive moments, right? Like
Absolutely.
it's very hard to have that.
For example, when we first started testing for MGen, I do know that there was a Twitter space. I think it was hosted either by Pass or like TTS. That was actually very constructive and very helpful. Like we were able to hop in and just ask questions, so we can learn more about our testing, learn more about our standards and our industry, and not leave anyone out.
Yeah.
So,
I had this wild theory. I know we're not supposed to be too controversial, right? But why
yeah,
not,
that's too crazy, but
Yeah,
not like
say what you want to say.
so,
why not petition the actual, like we live state by state, right? 'Cause I know it works state by state, but
mhm,
there's so many of us that live in different states, right? Like why not petition for that to be a part of regular testing? If the community, if all of the America or whatever does not test for it or know that
mhm,
they have it, why would they make us pay so much to do that? When,
yeah,
and I'm not dissing, I like people making their money. If they got their system structured or whatever, and I'm stepping on toes, I'll shut up eventually. Maybe they'll message me and say, "Shut up, kid." But
Well, here's the deal,
we,
and I'm gonna say this as someone who's been in porn since oh 08, oh
mhm,
07, oh 08, yeah, oh 08. Um, Here's the issue. Like I remember when testing was once a month. So you could work and like this is before they did the booty swab test and the throat swab. It was mainly just your regular gold standard test they have now. And when we started adding everything, people complained for forever, and then they just grow to accept it. Then there's some people
mhm,
who say, "Well, I will work with you without blah blah." Some
mhm.
people say, "Well, I won't touch you unless you do blah blah," and that's some of the bigger names, depending on who they are. Many people don't want to pay more because it's more work that goes into it, because
yeah,
I'm not going to say it on here, but we all know what is tested and what isn't tested. And some of that stuff that isn't tested is just as bad as some of the stuff, like, depending, it's just as bad as some of the stuff that is tested. And because of that, there's always like, well, I trust that this person is being aware of their situation.
Yeah,
And there's certain people who I know who are industry who have this certain situation. And it's like, though they're cautious or whatever, people are going to complain and not want to pay for more, either more pokes, more blood, because like it's already depending on where you go, like to something. If you go to clear TTS
Yeah,
or CET, depending on where you go to, and it's like so of all these extra tests, it's going to add an extra $50 to $100, and some people don't work enough or get enough bookings to cover that,
yeah,
and yeah, so it adds that extra thing, and then some companies won't book you or let you work unless
yeah. Without those,
oh.
I fully agree, I understand why they do that and how they do that. It's just
Yeah.
that I travel and I get tested in certain places regularly, right? That's without the talent or working or anything like that.
Mhm.
It's about
Hmm.
$20 everywhere, right? I get my results back next day. The only thing that they don't test for is Imgen, right? And I bags like a couple of around in different states, and they always be like, "We didn't know about this. Like, we don't
Yeah.
like we have no information about this. Can you tell me what it is?" And then like I've had doctors literally look it up to see exactly what it is because they don't have no information about it. It's like, but I'm getting everything that I get except for that next day everywhere, like
Yeah.
for $20. And I feel like if we just petition I think what did they tell me, the health department, but it has to be the state, each state, that they're the people who can add it to the test or add it as an option or put it on a thing, and it shouldn't cost us no extra money. Like
Well, they're trying to make it harder for you to even do that in general. That's a whole different
yeah, it's
political
a
issue.
monopoly. I feel like it's a monopoly, and I ain't stepping on their toes. And if they're
Yeah.
making their money from setting it up that way, so
Yeah.
but
No, they're making money. That's again, I'll get political if I start going.
yeah, let me not, because I don't know who
Yeah.
the characters involved in it.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
we don't want your fans to say, well, this mother effort.
Mind you, though, I will say that from what I heard, that MGen was kind of like recently discovered. It, they knew about it before. It just wasn't something that was like really
Focused
like
on.
hurting the population in a sense. It
I
was
mean,
like,
one of
it
the things that it should test for hurts the population.
absolutely, absolutely, trust me. I definitely know. But the thing is, like, if I'm coming up with numbers, but if only 1% of the population has this, then they're gonna be like, well, 99% is fine. So in their head, they don't need to add it, you know?
Yeah.
In their head, it's just extra
I think
tests
it would
to
take
make
for
it work.
us freaking regular people out. Like,
Yeah.
you have this thing. They're gonna be like, what? No, I don't. Like, no,
Well,
you've never known.
the thing is though, if you do that though, what's going to occur is like, and if people see some people talk about it, they've tried to do this. They tried to make it so like condoms are required in porn no matter what. And in some cases, it's supposed to be required in California. Like you're like theoretically, you're supposed to be using condoms when you do scenes in California
I heard
via
I know it's
via.
rules for different states, ain't it?
No, it's
Yeah.
California. California, it was actually voted on that if you do scenes, whatever. And there's been so many different articles in the legislation people actually had to vote for about the porn industry. And if you go out there and say, well, we need to make sure that this is tested everywhere, they're going to say, well, oh, they already have the misconception that we're like people in porn are passing around diseases everywhere. It's just going to make it's just going to make more laws like,
Against us. Yeah.
against y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe I should shut
Yeah.
up.
Hey, because
I
the
mean, no,
thing
no, no.
is,
I
our
agree with it. Like it needs to be addressed, and but there are certain things that could be detrimental.
Yeah, and they do be like laser focused on the stuff that we do and how we do it and why we don't do it.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
there, so it's
Because
probably
a
good
lot
for.
of, not every rule, but a lot of these rules, as far as testing in the industry, they're self-imposed. We're doing them as a community and we're kind of agreeing on it in order to keep ourselves safer.
Yeah.
Because, for example, regular civilians, they only get tested maybe once a year.
No, yeah, I
Like,
know a lot of
if
people.
that.
I've
Yeah,
asked like, when the last time you've been tested? And they're like, oh, I don't be having sex. What the fuck does that mean? Like,
Yeah,
when is the
like
last time you ain't checked yourself? Like,
mm,
I mean, I can see if you're a virgin and he's like, yeah, I've never had sex.
yeah, but if you have sex every so often, like you should be checking
I mean,
yourself.
you should
I don't
tell
care if you
like
have symptoms.
the
Like,
thing is like, I know who I've had sex with in the last 7 months. And theoretically, that person didn't mess around with on me, whatever. So, and I got tested right before I dealt with that person. So I didn't test while I was dealing with that individual. So
yeah.
huh?
I get it. But like the thing that people tend to forget is that you don't just get these STDs through sexual contact. Sometimes it can just be, for example, microcuts. Or, someone can have a cut and you're taking care of them, putting the band-aid on, and you may have a microcut in your finger and bam, like blood exchange. Like I grew up with kind of like that mentality in mind, where also some people, they may be virgins, but they may have been born with it and they just didn't know.
this one girl was a virgin. I think it was a really weird story. This one girl was a virgin and she got like a STD or something like that. And the only thing it traced back to was some food that she ate. Like, life is scary. I think
Yeah.
what we understand is never going to be the full spectrum of what's really going on in reality. So, like, I think our information is only what we have, and there's so much more information out there, and they don't want us to know that stuff. But is it
Hmm.
true? Is it fake? I think anything anybody believe in is real. So I'll be like, whoa, maybe you're right. Maybe she was creeping around or doing something crazy and just didn't want to say that, or maybe she ate something that was contaminated already and just didn't realize that.
Mhm.
Yeah, like you really never know with people. And that's why with the industry, we're so strict with how we do our testing and with the fact that it has to have a QR code so
Mm-hmm.
you can double check and everything.
Like, quadruple check
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Exactly.
Just make sure
Like,
it's real.
hmm
Like it's so.
make sure it's real. Because mind you, I recently had someone trying to film with me. They get tested through someone else that is not industry standard.
Hmm.
I was just asking for their test and I was like, all right, just let me see it. And first thing I was like, that's photoshopped.
Mm.
That's photoshopped. Like
I wouldn't
I
I wouldn't
I
name drop
kind of could
somebody,
tell.
but I think me and my homie had cut somebody off because they was trying to use a fake test. And it was like one of our homies. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
you putting all of us in danger, not just you, me, and him. Why didn't you just go get the test? You got money. What's going on? Like, I was so confused. And then it made me
Yeah.
think, like, well, how long do somebody be doing it? And we just don't know. So it is very tricky, dangerous. Sometimes I'm like, if I'm with you in person, like, pull your shit up and we'll look at each other. Here, let me pull my app up and log in.
Hmm.
Like, because no, I've seen my fair share of people doing weird things. And it's like,
That's why.
Yeah.
That's
hey,
why. That's why. Like you know, the main three, all of them have an app that where you can like just bring it up on your phone from their actual website or actual app and it says your name and all the stuff like that.
I think they should be charging us for that convenience and stuff like that.
I
Nah.
know, I know we like they do it for free because it's included when you
Hmm.
pay
Mhm.
everything.
It's included with
Like
your
I don't
profile.
know, because personally I use CET or TTS.
Hmm.
I use CET more, and I
I've heard of
have this
CET, but I've never used that.
like CET for me. Personally, it's I prefer it better. I like the people if they're better, even
Hmm.
though that one costs more, a little bit more. They're open on Sundays, and
Mm.
that and the fact that like I don't know, it's just different vibes. And I know um I don't want to say everything else because I can get in trouble. I'll tell
I'll
you
be trying not
after.
to say everything.
Yeah.
I'll tell you after certain things, but I prefer
Yeah.
CET.
Mind you, though, we all have our preferences because he may prefer CET, but I prefer TTS.
I
And
like,
then I have another friend who prefers clear. So
yeah,
it's really up to our opinions.
the whole false positive things was like, I've TTS did that to me like 3 times, and I had to go retest, and I was fine. but it was super inconvenient for the time frame and how we do everything and why we do it like that. So it's like I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna use them no more. I'm gonna use Clear. Clear did it to me twice before, and I retested and I was fine. Like, so
Yeah.
it's like no matter where you go, there's gonna be mistakes and things made, and that shit is super inconvenient for what we do. But I would I do like that this is like a locked in thing where like yeah okay we do get these codes, we do get the login and stuff like that. Like I'd rather them charge us extra for stuff like the convenience of that than for them to be charging us for things that don't really cost a lot to test for, right? Because it'll
Yeah.
never really add up that it's $20 to get a regular test, and even if I didn't test for Megan through Clear or a talent test, and it's still 100 and something dollars, and I get my results back from regular people the next day. They're like snatch
Yeah.
that cool factor out, right? Like
Mm.
if I was waiting like you like I swear like 2 years ago it was like 7 days you had to wait going through a regular fucking testing place. Like they took their goddamn time with your shit. For some
Yeah.
reason for some reason now they own their shit. Like you get your shit back next day. Like what am I
or
like
same
okay.
day.
I'm sorry, what you say?
I said, or same day, depending on where you're at.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like it's insane. Like it just makes me question like what am I actually paying for? Like what are the benefits other than the fact that okay, it is industry quality. Like that's one thing. Like you stamped of maximum proof.
Mhm. I feel like part of it with it being industry quality and all that is that they're not giving like grants and stuff to lower the pricing of our
They doing
tests.
it themselves, huh?
Yeah, so that's the thing is they have the facilities. They essentially they receive it from start to finish. They
Mhm.
handle all of that. Versus if we go to our doctor, they usually send it to another lab
Yeah, they all
and
do it.
then like,
Next person, next person. It's not handled in a secure way.
yeah. So I feel like that's the convenience that we're paying for.
Fair enough. You make it sound good. They need to hire you for some marketing or something.
So I'm gonna take a step back. I know we spend a lot of time on this. So, question. So, what type of things do you want to do in the future that you haven't done yet that you want to explore?
Okay, I'll be a weird guy for a second. If
To
it's
be
one point
weird. This is
I
about
like,
you.
watch. If it's one point that I like is like reverse gangbangs. And shout out my
Okay.
boy Nate Nasty because I told him like bro, like you like the one person that's like keeping that fucking roller coaster going of like reverse gangbangs. Like
Mhm.
that's the one scene that I was like, put throw me in, coach. I'm ready. Like put me in shit like that because it's just exciting. It's actually something that I watch, like that I enjoy on my own free time. So other than that, like uh it's more like companies I want to work with than it is like a specific scene. Like throw me in, shit. I'll be the husband that gotta leave when
Yeah.
the gangbang start. Just throw
Mhm.
me in. Nothing specific. I'm so vanilla. Like I don't be thinking about like how crazy I can take it.
Well, is there any like scenarios that you've always wanted to like role play in? I don't know, doctor, plumber, mechanic, like mailman.
I'm so short. I don't be thinking about it.
Oh
For
my
some reason, my
God.
height always be like this thought in my mind where it's like, you're not gonna be the doctor. You're not gonna be the fucking. Like I'm gonna be like the stepbrother. I do want to do some fucking stepbrother shit though. Like I haven't done that for real.
Yeah.
You haven't done Step
But I
Brothers.
guess because my tattoos, like I might look super young, but my tattoos kind of like.
Make you older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like it gives you that like college guy vibes, you
Give me,
know?
throw me in the college scene. Throw me in something
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
college.
And someone out there book them and say, like, yeah, so Honey D just came home from college.
Mm-hmm.
And like his blah blah has missed him for a while. Scene
Mhm.
made right there.
Exactly.
I
I
could
can
do that.
definitely see that.
I want some stuff where I'm like, a student or a step brother or something, and like throw me in college for real. That sound hard. That would be hard as fuck. Now that I'm thinking, now you got me thinking. Hold on. I just,
Look, here we love scenarios. We love scenarios, so that's one of the things about us.
Yeah,
I'm already thinking, like, for example, one where you're like sneaking into a college, so you're trying to wear their uniform and you don't
oh,
necessarily fit in, but you're like trying to wear the goofy glasses and all that. And they're like, do you really go here? And you're like, shh, it's
nah,
a
but
little secret.
and that and
that'd
that
be
and that and
hard.
like and you can talk about so he's in a class and And so he sneaks into a woman history class and they're teaching, and it's all girls and him, and he pretending to be a student there. And then they find out that he's not really a student there. Then you have the reverse gangbang.
That was
Hmm.
hard. I hope the
All
AI
right,
team took that
bring it,
note because that was
bring,
hard.
bring it
Yeah.
all together.
We need that bang, bros. We need that.
And there's a location in the locations that has a school type setup that
Yeah.
you could use.
I need that. I need to get more into booking like little rooms and scenes and stuff like that. I
Well,
don't
no,
know
but
what.
this is one of the shootout like one of the shoot houses that is I don't want that's near one of the testing facilities.
Hmm.
And I'll tell you after we get off. But like they have a whole school type setup
I'm not plugged
already
in
over.
yet. Y'all gotta plug me into that
I've
because
been there. Mhm.
she said it's real. These kids.
Yeah,
It's
like
real. I know
I was
exactly what he's talking about.
I think I
It's
was
like
there
30.
last year because I didn't no, it was 2 years ago because I didn't shoot much last year
Mhm.
because I was being I was in a situationship. So
Yeah.
I'm
Plus, he was, mind you, he was also working on his thesis. He's
uh,
about to be Dr. Rostar.
what? I swear to
but
God. Okay.
by the time this airs, hopefully I am a Dr. Rockstar.
Mhm.
Actually,
Congratulations in
actually, actually,
advance. What?
actually, let me phrase this right. By the time this airs, actually Reverend Dr. Rockstar.
Reverent. Okay. For the
Yeah.
people.
I'm already Reverend Raw.
Yeah.
I just don't post it everywhere. So yeah. People don't like they say, "Oh, you already got your," like, yeah, I'm a reverend technically.
Yes.
That is
He's
hard.
ordained.
Like,
Congratulations.
yeah,
What?
but I'm getting my doctorate right now, and I literally resubmitted my paper last week, and I'm waiting for her to reply back.
Mhm.
So all I have left is that in a presentation. Then I'm done, and that's the rough part right now is just
Mhm.
getting that together.
Proud of you in
So
advance, Doctor.
thank you.
Right.
Dr.
But that's
Reverend.
right. We some educated hoes up in here.
I love that.
Yeah, gotta yeah. But I lost my train of thought. But yeah,
We
the
were
question
originally talking about role
is
playing
like yeah,
and
like
scenarios.
his role playing. There's so many things you could do, like
Yeah.
because you do look young. It could be a whole scenario of like, yeah, you really did go off to college and you came back home, and this is the stepmother stepson scenario, where your stepmother sees all your tattoos. I didn't see you go to college to get all these tattoos, and then let me see them, and then you show her all your tattoos and while you're completely naked. She sees it grow, and she's like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
I
Be
need
like,
this.
damn,
I need
steps on us packing.
I need these scenarios. These are good. This is gold right now.
Oh,
That's all I do like when I'm on sets or whatever I'm recording stuff.
Yeah.
I'm the go-to. So we need an idea, Raw. Okay,
yeah.
hear me out.
I'm gonna start calling you when I'm finished shooting somebody. I'll be like, I need an idea.
Oh God.
He's
I was,
very helpful with scenarios for
yeah.
that. Like, I gotta
That's why
say.
folks these are like, and especially if you shoot at people who shot at my home. It's like,
Mhm.
yeah, before we go back here, what we gonna do, Raw? I'm like, okay, here's the deal.
Yeah.
Oh, it
If
is
I
I've
call
so
you
been
from
working.
here,
Every time I go over to his place, I've kind of been working on my like lesbian sleepover kind of series.
okay, I got to see
Very
that.
good fun.
Oh
Mhm.
God.
It's like a whole like lesbian series of like me and different girls and me being like, yeah, I invited you for a sleepover, but there's no one else here because I just wanted a one-on-one with you.
Oh snap! Okay,
Yeah, like
activities. I like it.
so like she was supposed to come like she was going to come for X3, but she can't make come now. And
Yeah,
I had an idea of her and like six other people who would be around.
that would have been
Yeah.
so
And
fun.
I had already planned it out in my brain and everything.
I'm
Like
thinking about going to X3. Ain't that like in a few days?
that is this
Mhm.
weekend.
It's really fun.
I'm
Like
supposed to be in Vegas early, but I was thinking about like flying down to LA just because I'm so early for AVN.
I get
yeah,
that.
because I know somebody's coming here like tomorrow. Is gonna be here until Sunday for X3. I'm one of the photographers for the event, like always, whatever. So I enjoy myself because it's a good opportunity to meet a lot of, again, as I said earlier, people come in and out the industry so much. It gives you the opportunity to meet, newer people that
Mhm.
you cross paths before. And then also you get to see people who you've met like last year, whatever, but because of your time schedule, their time schedule, and then you said like you said earlier, like if like for example, if you live in like Georgia and blah blah lives in like Ohio, it's like you won't cross paths with them all the time, So it just gives you an opportunity to actually be in the same situation to say, hey, let's either do content or either try to talk to, somebody there to say, hey, this scene needs to happen, you know.
Hmm.
I love these conventions and like these get-togethers because it does give you like that equal opportunity to run into people that you only get to see online.
Yeah, absolutely. Because mind you, at least with my content, like my own content, I don't film with anyone that I haven't already like met and interacted with, you know?
That makes sense.
So sometimes when we are living in completely different states, the only time we get to actually do that and interact would be at these conventions,
Mhm.
you know? Otherwise, it's like, not to be a dick, but I might not give them the time of day because I don't have time for it, you
Yeah.
know?
And the harder part is working in like these situations where like, okay, these conventions, it's a lot of good work. Everybody is tested, but still like slip ups happen. People still like get sick from these conventions. So I think this is the one that I got like invited to the most gangbangs. Like people are like, yo, bro, like I think I got like two paid scenes for gangbangs for this trip. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't feel like putting myself through that, especially in the beginning of
Yeah.
my like I rather catch some quality collabs with people than to throw myself in a mix for money and risk just being in that mix and mashup. And like I said, everybody's talent testing their race like on point with what they do, but
Hmm.
mistakes happen no matter how we same way
See,
talent and clear make mistakes. Like
when
they
we're
do.
in, I feel that it is like in some cases, like it's only time certain people are going to be in town or be around you, and you want to get her to get it out the way. But I
Hmm.
feel that on the other end, it's a good time to set up future times because depending on who you are, some
Hmm.
people are only like X amount of drive from California and or Vegas, depending on where they
Yeah.
live at, whatever. And if like someone's gonna be in town for like 3 days, one of the parties can, drive either or, and knock one out really quick, because it does like collabs, the longest thing with collabs is paperwork, you know.
Yeah.
Like theoretically.
Yeah.
And coming up with the concept, and some people don't even do concepts. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a great time to meet people and plan for future situations. So I always go and I'm never like when I meet somebody, I'm never like, we should go work right now. We should work while you're here. I'm like, hey, we should get exchange information. So later down the line, if we ever have some time, we can set something up together. Like
Yeah. As talent who's been in this industry for the 7 years now, I appreciate that versus meeting me at the convention floor and being like, "Oh yeah, do you got some time to film this week?" And essentially, like, that just feels like you think I don't have any work to do this week, you
yeah.
know?
Like this person's
Sometimes I'm like,
probably mad busy.
yeah, because a lot of times is we may be fully booked out like 2, 3 weeks in advance. Sometimes it's 2, 3 months in advance. For example, Exotica, New Jersey happens in October. I have already had about half a dozen people trying to request for that time frame
Yeah.
already.
It's like
Yeah, and we're still in
well,
Feb, like, we're still in January/February. So it's like, yeah, like we can get booked out months in
yeah, yeah.
advance.
For somebody just waiting. And it'd be good collabs too. And it's like
Mhm.
I would say one thing being the unique part about everything, the cheat codes, right? We don't use the cheat codes. We shouldn't have to use cheat codes for shit to go through. But a cheat
Exactly.
code in yourself is if somebody is attracted to you, they like you, they see you in person, and they do say like, "Oh, we should definitely do that." Then you might do hit a home run, and they be like, "Hey, let's set some time up while I'm here." Like I've had
Yeah.
girls actually cancel with somebody else to shoot with me, and I'm like, "Oh, I feel sorry for that person," but like, fuck yeah for me, fuck
Mhm.
yeah for me, right? Like, but I also understand like I would have never told them to cancel on that person because that person
Yeah.
like set up a time with you and everything.
Yeah,
But like,
absolutely.
it should be up to the other person's discretion. They should always be
Mhm.
able to choose, especially if you want to work with them. Like, just be a great person in person, and that always helps. Like,
Absolutely, because in that case, we'll also keep you in mind in case something does fall through. We're like, oh, that person's tested, they're cool, like I've been wanting to work with them.
yeah,
Let's see if they have time.
get that
You
random call,
know?
like, you free? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm free.
Mhm. And I love doing that, especially with the people that I see respect my time.
hmm
You know, those are the ones that I'm more willing to call at the last minute and be like, hey, this just fell through. You want to be on my to-do list?
And I mean, this is always a unique situation
Mhm.
when you're a gentleman in this thing because it'll always something is gonna happen your way. Every convention don't have to like I think I've been to multiple conventions where I just didn't even work with nobody. And I remember when I started and I was going to conventions and nobody knew me. And I was just like too nervous to say hey to anybody or anything like that. To where I am now and I can just walk through and like say hey to anybody, give hugs to anybody, like, it happens for everybody. It takes some time. And I
Mhm.
think creators should make mistakes along the way. Just watch how you making those mistakes because I've had people be like, I've messaged them 3 times. Should I like unfollow them? I'm like, brother, you should have never messaged them 3 times to begin with. If they don't follow you,
Yeah,
like message one time. Don't ever ask for a follow back. Like that's kind of uncomfortable. Let them like what you got going on and follow. Like it's rules and regulations that a lot of guys need to probably be kept up on. But then again, that comes to us because in the community, us guys have to be willing to share that information.
absolutely. And performers do have to keep in mind that we get so many messages and message requests
Never see it.
that even if we do want to work with you, sometimes we simply don't see it because of the sheer amount of messages coming through.
hmm
That, for example, I have my booking email on my bio, but I still get performers that DM me
Yeah.
and I'll go look at it and it's like 3 months later, I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize this person wanted to work with me.
It's like if you had reached out through the email, you might have got me. And it is this
Yeah.
mix of like once you in it and you're like you feel like yeah we can talk to each other like we like but it's not deserved, it's not earned, it's not like we earned it because we made a bunch of followers. Like you still have to like respect how this person move. And a lot of people don't realize how many messages somebody get a day and they be thinking like they're just ignoring me. No nigga, you all the way down in the the messages deep down,
Yeah.
especially in the request, which is his own section. Like
Mm-hmm. And we try, but it's virtually impossible to get through all of those messages. Like,
I've seen girls on every scale, from
mhm.
starter to huge, like famous, and all their DMs is blown up anyway. It doesn't matter. You could be a little creator, and your DMs can be crazy. So it's hard to catch somebody. Like in person's the best place to meet somebody for a vibe.
Exactly. And mind you, even the male talent, like it doesn't matter the gender, like we will receive a ton of
Yeah,
messages.
I get a fuck ton of messages every day.
Yeah, like I know some male photographers that they get messages as if they were women.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they post
Of women,
photos they took of women and some random person will be sliding in their DMs, hey baby, let me see more pics. And they're like, I'm a dude.
right? Wrong page. The
Yeah,
wrong
wrong
tag.
page. I tagged her.
I did that
I see a
before. I
lot
used
of
to be on
those.
photographer pages and liking a bunch of stuff. He's seeing all the likes because he is his shit, and I'm just like trying to get these girls' attention and stuff like that. So I've been there. I know how that go.
Yeah, I think it's like
Right?
because people, like for example, if Sarah posts a picture I took of her and she puts taken by Ross or whatever, like they get really, really extremely thirsty for like I'm like, oh my God,
Like they coming to me, bro.
y'all are some incels. To say the least, whatever. And it's just because
Yeah.
like I'm very observant about I'm very observant about like what I read, what I see, whatever. And I'm like,
Mhm.
like I love pussy like the next person, but Jesus Christ. Like,
For
Love
real.
my fans, but some of them are
I mean,
extra
I'm like
hooters.
some of them are actually cool, but like I'm saying, like not just you. 'Cause I take pictures of others. I was using you as the example since you're here. But yeah. So so question. So what was your one of your misconceptions before you joined the industry that you know now?
Uh, that's a good question. Hmm. I thought that this is a good question. It's actually kind of so many things running through my brain right now. When I first started, I thought this is such a good question. What did ask the question one more time?
So before you started, like I know you had some misconceptions or
Hmm.
visions of what you thought you were going to expect. What was one of the things that either you were very shocked about or you just wasn't expecting or something made you say, "Oh, damn, I had that all wrong," you know?
Okay. I never expected to see the type of stuff that I saw on Twitter when I first started. But again, one thing about me, I never go into anything with expectations. Like I always like that's one thing that's kept me able to do so much stuff is that I don't have expectations for anything. Like I kind of go, and that's why I can do something so small in the beginning of a trip and be like super satisfied because I'm like I already hit a home run. But when I first got on Twitter, I and like the porn stuff started, all these big people started following me and stuff like that. Like I thought that Twitter was just sex stuff, like just regular sex stuff. And like I had never seen some of the stuff that I seen on there. So when I did start seeing it, like not like as in crazier things, because that's everywhere, but like
Mhm.
the type of communities that there are, I never expected there to be like real life communities for these specific kinks and stuff like that, right? Like, and I could use like a super low example, not even an example that I want to use, because the one I want to use that I first saw that like kind of blew my mind, I never knew that it was. It's so very dramatic that I'm like, I don't know how to say it. I think it was like the bear community, whatever that is, like the
Oh,
men that are big
yes.
and hairy and like they have their
Mhm.
own fucking community that loves the fuck out of them, right?
Mhm.
It like blew my mind. It opened the door to like everybody can do this. Like I hate when people be like, "Oh, I can't." Like I'm just not this, that, the third. There is a community out there that loves you. I never expected there to be so many communities of people that enjoy these specific things. That like it just reminded me anybody can blow up. I don't care if you like 93 years old. If you want to pop that fucking pussy online, there's a community for people that are going to fucking love you.
Yeah, I don't want to say names, but there are certain people in the industry who like I feel work now, but when I first started, they would not work. And they are hitting a certain niche that wouldn't that wasn't normally hit back in the past.
Hmm.
It was something that was underrepresented that they found lacking, and they're like, "Oh, let me show up and show out."
I
And the fact that I know that a certain performer is 60 years old and he's still working. So that's a whole nother that's yeah, and there's a woman who's like 64, they still going at it.
She's going
So
strong.
I didn't expect it to be so many real communities out there
yeah.
like that always make me tell people you can do it. Like you definitely can do
Mhm.
it.
That's kind of one of the reasons why I like doing my porn with like variety, I'd say, because if you've seen the talent that I've worked with, you may not even realize I have a type.
Mhm.
Because I don't just film with my type. I film with all different shapes, sizes, ages, ethnicities. Like, I like to do it all to kind of show like everyone can get some love, or everyone can.
Everybody who's listening, I'm gonna tell you her type. Her type is men, bald headed, under 5 foot. You gotta have a tattoo on your left elbow, and you gotta have the letter M in your name somewhere, in your government name
Oh my
somewhere.
God.
That was
That's
so
her type.
specific.
That's so specific and so wrong, but so funny though.
Under
One,
5 foot with an elbow tattoo is very hard to
Mind you, my man is 5'8", so and 5'1", so he's tall as fuck in my head.
find.
He's tall, got the broad shoulders. I like me a military man or a
oh
man in
God.
uniform. That'll do it for me.
I was trying to build someone's fantasy up. That random guy out there in Massachusetts that's listening in. Like he was like, I'm
Under
five.
5 foot, bald head with an elbow tattoo that just need his moment to shine.
He
That
just had
sounds
his
like my ex, though.
he had his moment for a second,
He
and now
had
it's
his
gone.
moments.
You
He
done
had
took
his
my
moments.
man's moment. Oh
I
God.
did date a short-headed, like a short-ass bald-headed man
A
before.
short-headed man.
Short,
Wow. Was it
I mean,
was it short-headed man, Sarah?
short-headed man.
no, this man was short. He did not like me wearing heels, and that made me realize, like, fuck that insecurity. If I want to wear heels, I'm gonna fucking wear them.
I love women in heels. I don't give a fuck if you tall.
Like,
Honestly,
I
what's crazy
love
is
heels. I
what's
love
what's
heels.
crazy is the girl I just dealt with was the first time I dated a girl who was shorter than me.
You're not even that like short. Okay, I'm short, so
I'm five
everyone's
six
tall.
now.
I'm good.
I'm
Right?
five
I'm like,
six.
did you say it's like 5'1"? Everybody
Yeah.
huge still.
I'm 5'6", and yeah, every girl has always been taller than me.
Only 5'5". I've always been, the shortest
Yeah.
guy. I went through all of high school.
Short
Shortest.
kings unite. Short kings unite.
I'm gonna get my growth spurt eventually though. Probably like 35. I'll be like 7'2" or something. I'm
I
Fuck yeah.
always I joke about this, but like I didn't get my growth spurt until I was in 12th. I was under 5 foot until 12th grade. So yeah.
So you were a senior? Oh my God.
Yeah. It's
I was
literally a
like,
picture. It's literally a picture of me and my mom
Nice.
like next to each other, head to head. Like, like that little cute picture. And she's like we're the same height and she's 4'11.
I think I was like 5'2" throughout high school, and then one day I just became 5'5", and that was it.
Cause like my feet grew first and then my body just said, you know what? We're gonna wait. That
I,
was
I
what
went through the coffee drinking phase where like we were super young and like we just started smashing coffee because that was the only thing in the kitchen we knew how to make, and we had no business drinking it, but we would behind our mom back, and I
I get
really,
that.
really overdid it.
the caffeine puts me to sleep, so I didn't really drink a lot of caffeine.
They said it could stunt your growth.
Oh,
Yeah, I was addicted to caffeine since a young
oh.
age.
I did drink a lot.
Um,
I did drink a lot of Pepsi because that's
11 max drinking mad coffee out the kitchen
yeah.
every day.
Oh,
But
mind
we
you, by the time I turned 19, I was literally like taking caffeine pills because
Shit.
like regular coffee was just not doing it. I literally was taking a caffeine pill, which is 2 cups of coffee, with my Red Bull. Like, that was not healthy. I do not promote that. I stopped doing that ever since. Now I
I
just have my coffee or my tea. Like,
I've always had way too much energy, like especially through high school, like right after high school. Like I've never been like the since like the coffee spurt as like 11 years old. After that ended, because like my mom was like, "Y'all are not supposed to be drinking this. What the fuck are y'all doing?" Like so we got caught drinking that, but we did it for so long. And then like I had never wanted like I think I seen when I was in high school a video of some dude's like fucking heart pounded out his chest from like Monster or Red Bull. And I was like, oh, no energy drink for me. And then like I had always had like freakishly amount of energy growing up. So like I could never like find artificial energy. I had to always just fucking burn myself out already.
I get that. I feel like I was the opposite. I just never felt like I had enough energy. So I was always like, oh, let me get some caffeine to get me through the day. But at 16, you should have enough energy to get through the day.
Yeah. That's the thing. I'll be thinking back like
I was
shit.
like, bruh, I should not have been doing that. But oh well. You live and you learn.
Right? Came out good. Your hair still look good.
I just realized something. We were talking about dates earlier.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there also.
Oh Yes.
Yeah, happy
Happy
It was
Valentine's.
2 days ago, but still, it was because it's on Saturday this year.
Happy Heart Day.
I hope everybody got sex, and for the hotel
Flowers and
cleaners,
throw flowers first.
huh?
You gotta throw the flowers in first. It's Valentine's Day. Flowers and sex. I hope they got flowers.
Oh,
Mhm.
flowers, sex,
They could have got sex
candy,
every day to think of some flowers.
candy. I hope someone licked some like if a girl is there, someone licked her booty hole. Hope you enjoyed it.
I'm gonna send some
Um,
flowers out to a few people. Matter of fact. Oh wait, we talking in future tense. I sent a few flowers out to a
yeah.
few.
Right, exactly. Like,
But and for the hotel maids out there, I'm sorry for what happened on February 15th.
yeah. Oh, they
See, the
do
thing
have a
is,
lot to
the
clean
thing is,
up over the
the thing
holidays,
the thing
huh?
is like y'all so many people who not from the Midwest don't know about the one in October. So exactly. See the look you just gave me? Sweetest day.
Sweetest day.
Yeah. So yeah.
I think only
Yeah,
one year in my life somebody did something for me for sweetest day.
yeah, sweetest day. Sweetest day is like the exact
Like
opposite.
Father's Day.
Yeah, it's like like February 14th is for the women, and Sweetest Day is the dude is supposed to be getting pampered.
That's
It's like
so
Yeah,
cute.
and like it's a big thing in Midwest, but if you're not from the Midwest and you've never been to the Midwest,
you don't know
you
about
probably
sweetest
you probably
day.
don't know anything about it.
It's good as a day to take care of your man. So now this next sweetest day, you gotta make sure your military man feel like a man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, but
I
she
do
she
that.
ki- she kind of babies him every day though.
But like sweetest day is the only day you can get a reverse gangbang without it being judged, right?
Sweetest Day is October 25th.
Okay. Bet.
I'm sorry, October 18th rather. I'm sorry,
October 18th.
October 18th.
So it might be right around Exotica, Jersey time frame.
Yeah,
I love
so.
New Jersey Exotic. It's probably my favorite.
Me too.
Yeah, y'all probably have been in the same building a lot and just didn't even know it. Well,
Probably.
y'all definitely went to
Yeah.
Urban X together this year.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you
I
nominated
must
for
say.
anything this year?
Uh, Last year for Urban X, I was nominated for Mr. Good Stroke.
Oh,
Okay.
But it
congrats.
was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, she
That's my
won.
first ever nomination in anything for porn. So that
It
was
was
like,
her
Pretty
first ever
awesome.
win.
what
That
did you
like
win for?
girl next door.
Oh,
You know.
Thank you. And mind you, when they were like announcing that, I feel like I was doing the most girl next door kind of thing as well. Cause I got hungry. So we were in LA and there was a food truck outside. So I walked my ass over there to a food truck and I was literally like eating some tacos as things were being announced. And like I was mid taco and someone was like, "Hey, congrats." And I was
man.
like, "Yeah, congrats on these tacos. They're so awesome." And they're like, "No, congrats on your win." And I was like, "Oh,
Hi
okay."
D's friend. I see you. I don't really see you. Yeah.
You want to say, hey, KD? My homie just stepped in.
Hi KD.
Hi, Katie.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
We doing good.
Good,
Just
how are you?
Good, good.
Good,
We
good.
we won't take up too much more of his time, but we
yeah,
just
Rex about to wrap up right
chilling.
now.
Oh, he's all yours.
He just
They
got me a
No,
party.
we're gonna talk about his nomination, all the ones he's gonna get in the future.
that
You know,
Mr. Good stroke.
you know.
I actually had like a really good video for that too. So I was like, it fit
Ooh,
the perfect time. So
fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I love that.
I won my first award last year too, but it was for a different award show. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, finally
I
won
want to do
one.
more award shows. I hope I somehow find get like in the mix of a lot more of these other
Well,
things.
I
It's
think
awesome to get.
like again, it was your first like really your first full year, right?
Yeah, it was like that
So
was my
yeah,
first year being signed to Husky and everything. Like,
so like you still have, AVN. It's probably it was too late for AVN, but you still got XRCO. I don't think you really fit
ASN?
AS, huh?
ASN?
Well, I mean the ones that aren't announced yet. 'Cause like, have you? Were you not? Were you? nominated for AVN or
Exodus?
XBiz.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So I believe all those will start coming in for this year and next year.
Yeah, I like
So
2027 thought. That's why I'm putting in all the work I can to take all my bookings this year, and then next
Mhm.
year, hopefully, I'll reap the benefits.
yeah,
Because the scene that I turned
you might
down got.
really like XRCO.
I think
Mhm.
this
Um,
one of the scenes that I turned down at like earlier in the year got nominated at AVN this year. It's like a blow bang.
bam.
Like,
Good God.
I
so
mean, again, it's your first year in, and as long as you're a good talent, it's gonna keep on flowing. So
Absolutely.
we believe in you, Honey D.
thank you so much. Excited.
Mhm.
But we have taken up a lot of your time and we have gone over. So please tell everybody, where can they like again, this is what we talk about. And you know, say we just kept on going and going.
Hmm.
We tried
I
to
can
only
talk
do an
forever.
hour.
The gift of
And
gab.
yeah. So where
Yes.
can everybody find you by your content? See you. What scenes you have out right now that are just coming out or scenes in general you want everybody to, jack off to
No,
or
I like my scene.
or finger themselves to.
She said, I like my scenes from See Him Fuck and Hustle Pass were like my favorite that I did. Um, you can find me everywhere at XES Bankrolling. I actually have an Instagram now for content too, just for that. So, and then for music, it's just Reso Bankroll, RESO space Bankroll, and it's everywhere, all platforms, every genre you can think of. If you really want to get into it, just go through the categories. If you want to hear some good hip hop, the end of last year, I dropped a project called Tessellation. The real name of that project is called I Did This For Me. So if you want to hear some good hip hop music, listen to that. If you want to hear some crazy trap music, I dropped January 1st and it was called Splash Brothers. Got songs like uh I Only Like You Cause I'm High. Um I'll tell you the names of this song. Have you ever seen Marcy X? Look that up. Like I took the names from that project and used them for my own project. And then if you really, really want to dive into something that will like give you a broader aspect of like who I am, the music that I actually make, I got a project called I'll Make Beautiful Things Even If Nobody Cares. And
Mm.
that is a really good place to start because every song is gonna be different and hit you different. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Sarah, where can I find you?
You guys can find me on imsarahleigh.com. All of my links and my social medias will be on there.
I am Ross RWSEARR on Instagram, the Twitter or X or in Blue Sky. We are the Burbank Memphis on Instagram, Burbank Memphis on Facebook, on Twitter and Blue Sky, and burbankmemphis.com. This is everything that we do. And by the way, we just added a whole bunch of new merch to the merch thingy on there. So it's a lot of new Sarah merch. One of Selena Emai. And it's going to be a few more individuals on there. Mainly it's pictures that I've taken that they okayed me to put up, and all the money of that goes to them. So, you know, buy their merch, so you can, walk around. And there's a few of them on there with they're fully naked on there, and
Ooh,
some where they're it's censored.
It's censored.
So you could, you can get a naked Sarah Lace sticker. And there's a picture, it's one on there, Sarah Lace and Samantha Lexi kissing on there, both titties out.
Yeah,
Perfect,
that
perfect
was
thing to buy.
so cool.
It's actually on my wall at home, so it's good merch. But anyway, we will see you all next week. Make sure you follow Honey D on everything. And thanks for coming on, bro. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all having me on. It's been a great talk.
Thank you.
Bye bye.